No intro needed on this one. No intro needed on this one, man. No intro needed. Polo motivation. Uh, um, a lot of you wish upon a star and you really don't know it. A lot of you contemplate on a lot of stuff and really don't get to it. A lot of you procrastinate and really don't do it, especially in our community. In our community, we rarely, we rarely have individuals that that show the go-getter type of attitude, and I'm talking about in terms of cohesiveness. There might be one or two out of every five guys that you see that when their work ethic is it's at a it's at a rate where you can hold on one second, yeah. You know, the presence the presence of a black man in our society poses a lot. It poses power, right? It poses a threat. It poses intelligence. It poses work ethic. It poses confidence. It poses positivity. But at the same token, with that, it poses a lot of doubt, uncertainty. Um, it poses so much hate, and a lot of us, man, we wish that we could do this and we wish that we could do that. Well, guess what, man? It doesn't get you anywhere. It's not gonna get you nowhere you wishing. You look at these social media pages and you look at these outlets and you look at these channels and you look at this and you look at that person and you look at this person and everything. You're like, man, I wish I could be like that. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. Nah, that's not gonna work for you. That's not gonna work for you. Talking about men and women. You have got to have, if you want something, right? You can't sit there and say, okay, uh, man, okay, yeah, it's good to ask yourself questions. How am I gonna figure that out? Try to come up with a strategic plan. Um, you know, some tactics and everything like that. But you wishing and reaching and always, begging stuff like that. That's not gonna work for you. I can guarantee you. You might get for some of you that's doing that and it's working for you. It's only gonna work for so long. But the ones that truly put in the profound work ethic. What's up with it, True Viking? I see you in the building. They are the ones that are gonna last a long time. You got so many people out here that give up right away when things don't go their way. And why? Because they're too busy wishing upon a star. They're wishing things will happen. The more you wish, after a while, you're gonna turn right around and guess what? The thing that you have wished for, the thing that you have desires about, the thing that you sit up there constantly saying, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, procrastinating about it. Guess what? Somebody has already done it and has done it to the highest degree. What you're thinking, somebody probably has already been on and already has done. Uh, Look, they often say that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, right? But also, your talent is a terrible thing to waste. Your know-how is a terrible thing to waste. Your toughness is a terrible thing to waste. Some of you might be tough and might not even know it. You don't give yourself a chance. You don't give other people a chance. We live in a society now where we so programmed and we so uh, conditioned to push people off or brush people off or to be stubborn that you never get anywhere. It's a microwave society is and it's impatient and everything. And look, it does take patience. Now, you could be impatient to succeed. Now, that right there, I'm not telling you to wait to get to the grind or anything like that. That's not what I'm telling you, right? But what I am telling you more so is you know, it's not going to come overnight. Nothing comes overnight. A lot of you that want to, grow your brand or to, uh, grow a business or to uh, reach whatever goal that you're trying to reach or whatnot, and I'm talking about at its maximum, at its maximum potential, and you see people that are getting them, getting in position that you're not because they have better resources and stuff like that. That's what I mean. That you have to be patient and sometimes you're gonna have to go the extra mile. Like there are some people that have the talent. There are some people that already have the beauty. There are some people that already have the intellect. There's gonna be some people that are smarter than you. Okay, naturally, they're just naturally gifted, smarter in that way. You know, but you have to find what you're good at. And no, forget all that. Not just good at it. You have to find what you're great at. You have to find what you are and then capitalize on that. But your weak points, that doesn't mean that you just let that disintegrate. That doesn't mean that you let that. What's up with it, Greenleaf? I see you in the building. Y'all go subscribe to Greenleaf channel, Greenleaf exclusive. Shout out to H Town too as well. Texas in the building, always representing, man. I-45 stretch, H Town to D Town all day. Now, look, some of you sit here and you wait. You wait for something to happen. You you wait for something to fall in your lap. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay, yeah, you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait for you fellas. You're gonna wait for a female to fall in your lap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you won't. You'll sit there and you'll wait for your dreams to fall in your lap. And guess what? That's not gonna come. You get out here, and the thing about it is I notice a lot in a lot of people in our community. You know, they stand they stand around when things aren't happening. But when things are happening, guess what? Then they want to start scattering. Then you want to start moving. No, you should have been moving in the first place. Why do you wait for something to happen in order for you to keep moving? No, you should have been moving early. You should have been moving just like, what's up with it, Weebay, man? It's been a minute. My dude, man, Weebay, bruh. Come on, man. Dog, where you been at, man? Golly. Y'all coming out, man. Salute to you. Salute to Weebay. Salute to Weebay, bro. Now, no computer is gonna help you. No internet, no Google, none of that stuff, man. Because at the end of the day, it all falls down on what you are doing. It all falls down on your know-how, on your presence. And some of y'all, man, y'all not unlocking any of your talents. Y'all not unlocking any anything that you have, any capabilities that you have or whatever, because that person done told you, okay, nah, man, I don't think you should be doing that or something like that. You might have gotten into an argument with a person. You might get into an argument with your girlfriend or with your baby mama or with your wife or whatever, and they constantly telling you, okay, nah, you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that, you're gonna fail. That business ain't gonna work. That record label that you're trying to get together, that's not gonna work. That car dealership that you're trying to start, that's not gonna work. That that spray washing business, cleaning windows, that that's not a good idea or something like that. Man, look, these people are gonna constantly sit up there telling you that you can't do this and you can't do that or whatever. But you know what you have to do, man, is as long as you putting in the action and your best foot forward to press on, guess what? It's better than ever wishing upon a star. And some of y'all don't realize that. Listen, some of you, you know, you could go to the military, you could go to Job Corps, you could do this and you could do that. But if you are not applying those essentials that are being taught to you to necessary life, guess what? You're always going to be laying up thinking about, okay, what I could have done or coulda, woulda, shoulda. And I've told y'all in Polo Motivation all the time, man. Listen, it's never too late to start. Some of y'all are 50, you feel like, okay, it's too late to start. Some of y'all are 60, you feel like it's too late to start. Some of y'all are 70. You know, I don't know anybody that's 70 on here, but some of y'all, you know, whatever age you are, man, it's never too late to start. We always get here, you know, once we hit a certain age, or once we can't do this, or once we see somebody that's young and vibrant and everything, they get more attention and stuff like that. Guess what? That kills your spirit, man, and that you can't let that deter you from anything that you're trying to achieve. Because I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, Everybody got to grow. Everybody got to age. Everybody getting older. This world is evolving. It doesn't stop turning. It doesn't stop rotating. These businesses don't stop moving. They're looking for people to rotate in, rotate out. You don't know what blessing might come your way, and you're not even looking at it. But the blessing already has started because guess what? You are above the surface, and every oh yeah, well yeah, man. Listen, listen, my G. I I don't know anything less but to keep it real on this channel. You know, I don't know anything less, man. And throughout the LDBC, we're not gonna come with that fake stuff. Look, my work ethic, my work ethic is damn near hospital sick. My work ethic is is graveyard dead sick. You know what I'm saying? I have a sick ass work ethic, and anybody that doesn't have a sick ass work ethic that's around me, I don't want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that you are around, they should be working anywhere. If they're not working anywhere close to how hard you work or whatever, you don't want to be around those people. If your girlfriend or your spouse or even your baby mama, y'all might not be together or whatever, if they're not working as hard as you are, whatever, then sometimes you have to cut those people off. You know what I'm saying? And not cut them off to the point where you just be shallow and lame and don't talk to them ever again. But sometimes you got to sit people down and tell them, look, man, I have a I have a different plan than you. You know what I'm saying? And also, I have a different way of getting to my plan. And if you're not as aggressive as me, then unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut you off. Now there's some niggas that'll be a little bit blunt about it and just be like, hey, get from around me. Sorry about that, y'all. But you're just gonna have to get around people that are up to speed. Look, you're gonna get criticized. You're gonna get talked about. And I'm not talking about talked about in the sense where they're talking about your appearance. Now, if you go places and you're trying to elevate, like let's say you're trying to go corporate and you're actually trying to establish your own corporation. There are going to be owners, there are going to be investors, there are going to be people that you are going to come across and everything that know people that know people that know more people, right? Now check this out. You might come across for you fellas, you might come across in the corporate world, guys that appeal to the corporate atmosphere. You might just be stepping in there and you don't understand everything quite yet, and you might be, you know, damn near 40 years old, you know. You might be well into your 30s or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But you have these young, vibrant, teenagers, just stepping in and everything. Some of them have not even had a taste of what the world is like or whatever, but they've been thrown into an environment or whatever where they're just going to have to pick up without any type of education. But guess what's saving them? The tech world. And they have a know how because they've been blessed to come in there. But you're stepping in there like a dinosaur. Well, guess what? Some guys are fearful of that sort of thing because that person knows more than me, or this person knows a little bit more than me. No, what you have to do is you have to have an adapt or die type of mentality. So in the corporate world, they might tell you, okay, look, uh, you might run into a female. Let's just say, for instance, you a guy, 26, 27 years old or whatever, and a woman, you actually go, to lunch with her, and uh, dare I say friend zone, but it it might be just, just casual conversation and everything. And she says, well, you know what? Can I give you some advice and everything? Sometimes, no, really, all the time, it would be good to take that person's candid advice or whatever and use it to your advantage. But a lot of y'all don't do that sort of thing. A lot of y'all take offense. You're so worried about, oh, that person's hurting my feelings, or that person is trying to talk about me. You never know. That person could actually be trying to help you and assist you to get you up further. That person might know some things that you don't even know. That person might have been in a meeting and actually listening, and they might have said, okay, well, yeah, well, such and such, man, we seen him. He's 25 years old, man. He's got a lot of potential, but he has to work on this or he has to work on that. But she's actually telling you, what she done heard, and then next thing you know, you work on that, and guess what? You done leveled up and you done moved up, and then eventually you running the whole thing. But your mentality should always be like, look, I'm not going to work for master. I'm going to work for myself, and it's all about, having ownership. And a lot of you are so used to, oh yeah, I gotta work for this person, I gotta work for that person, I'm going to do everything in my power. They're getting their rest, right? They're getting their rest. They're eating good, they're sleeping good, they spending time with their family. They don't have any care in the world. Shoot, their work is really opening up something, right? It'll be opening up a laptop, or occasion, or always opening up their phone. Well, not opening up, but I'm saying always checking their phone or whatnot, or always looking on their tablet. That's their job. But you're out there actually on the surface. You know what's going on. You putting in blood, sweat, and tears and everything like that. And yeah, exactly, exactly. You know, I often think of that song, "Hey Ma" by Dipset. It's an older song for some of y'all that don't know what Dipset. True Viking probably knows that song and everything. I don't think Greenleaf and maybe we may know it, and some of you others that are in here listening to. But you know, Santana has said a rhyme in there, and he said, you know, a woman wants a man that listens and takes advice, and that's real, but that's not just from a woman saying. You have to be able to take advice from everybody. You got to soak all that in the sponge, even the stuff that you don't want to hear, even the hard pills that you don't want to swallow. And I'm not digressing at all, because this does have to do with the point. My point is, look, when it comes to wishing upon a star, some of you get distracted, and you think that you look at life as this big illusion. You look at it as an illusion, but then when reality hits, then you like, okay, well, shoot, this isn't no illusion. No, this is real. And you have to go ahead and you have to decide that factor now. You have to think like the military, like the millisecond. Every second you should be working to succeed. Every minute you should be working to succeed. Every minute. Listen, 24 hours. Some people say, I hate when people tell me, okay, there's not enough hours in the day. Yes, there is. There's a lot of hours in the day. You just not. You see, you're not spending your time being productive. It's a lot of you, that sit around not doing this and not doing that and everything, and then you sit up here and man, well, I wish I could do that. Well, I wish I could do this, and I can't stand being around those type of people. And then if I do get around those type of people, then I'm not going to be, hateful, or I'm not going to be, you know, uh, evil towards them or anything like that, but I'm gonna be like, hey, well, this is, this is what you should do. You're gonna have distractions. That's gonna come. Distractions are beautiful sometimes. But see, we let the distractions take hold of what the end game is, or what the overall prime objective of, or objectives, plural, of what you're trying to do. Don't ever let anybody tell you. They used to tell me all the time, why are you trying to do so many things at once or anything like that. It's because I fucking feel like it. That's why. When they ask you why you trying to do this or why you trying to do that and everything. Oh, well, it's because you got to tell them because I feel like it. But see, some of y'all let that be the downer. You be like, you know what, and you let that person's energy drag you down, drag you of what your purpose is. Shoot, men is supposed to be focused on the purpose. Women are supposed to be focused on the purpose, on their purpose too. You know, I'm not here to dissect no type of manosphere or womansphere, anything like that. Nah, yeah, let's talk about the atmosphere. That's what you really need to be worried about. You can't worry about if it's manosphere or womansphere or feminist and all this other stuff. Look, why why you trying to dissect all of that? It makes no sense, especially when you're trying to achieve and obtain everything. Listen, you have to be obsessed in order to obtain. You have to be obsessed in order to obtain. You have to be obsessed in order to obtain. That means you have to be obsessed with what you're trying to do, with what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to be a barber, you're trying to open up your shop, you have to be obsessed with cutting hair, with the art of cutting hair, with the art of business too, and managing business too as well. If you're obsessed, if you're obsessed with, um, you know, well, if you have aspirations of, let's say, cooking, and you want to open up a restaurant, you have to be obsessed with the art of culinary. You have to, it's funny. I was watching that movie, The Trap, with Ti and with Mike Epps one time, and Ti was a chef, but he was coming back. He was coming back to the hood to try to help, the chicken business or whatnot. But he was obsessed. He had a plan in mind and everything because he had been around, an upscale type of environment and everything. But he still took that mentality. You gotta take, some of what you done learned, in rough times and humble times and everything. You have to apply that when you go everywhere else. And some people are going to look at you crazy for some of the stuff that you do. Let them keep looking at you crazy, but at least you're not sitting down and you're not wishing upon a star. You're going to go get it. You getting up. Your way of doing things is not going to be the same as somebody else's. And listen, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. You have to understand that, you being unique, or you setting yourself apart from others, or you being successful, and it has worked for you. Why try to change anything up? I trip out because a lot of people, they sit here, once they find somebody else and they're being successful in their particular way or whatever, they try to sit there and they try to, cling on, no, don't do that. Why? If it's what, like I said, if it's not If it's not broke, don't fix it. And that's a real quote. If it's working for you, keep at it. Now, however, you might want to change some things, and that also goes back to what I was telling you about, people telling you different advice or whatever. There's some people that you're gonna run across or whatever, and I already talked about this, destructive and constructive criticism or whatever. You do have to know the difference, and you have to be able to understand the difference, and you have to understand the logic in both of those, and really in applying those principles and everything. Look, I could tell you all day, a person could tell you all day that they have a college degree, and they did this and all these accomplishments and stuff like that. But in all that book smarts, all those accomplishments, all those accolades hanging on your wall, can you exercise common sense? And a lot of them can't. But you might pose that power on a person or whatever. That interview that you go on, or that that sit down that you have with the business owner, or something like that. You might notice so many flaws, and when you point it out or whatever, I guarantee you, don't think that that's gonna stop you from getting to where you need to go or whatever. They might be like, hey, I could use you. I could use you for this business. How would you like to run this, or da, 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 da. Or you might point out the fact that, well, if you did this with your business and you did that with your business, and then next thing you know, you're dominating the interview and you're asking the questions instead of the interview, and then you have the boss laughing and stuff like that, doing this and stuff like that. And next thing you know, they'll be ready to throw out the paper, and they'll be like, you know what, skip all this. You're hired. And that's how it happens sometimes. But what I'm saying is you have to recognize that, rec- re- uh, recognize something that they don't even recognize. You know why? Because it's all the ability to solve a problem. That's what business is. In business, you always have to find a problem, and then what do? You have to solve that problem. And when you wish upon a star, guess what? You're not fixing any problems. You're only making the problems worse when you're sitting down wishing. That's why when I get on here, man, I never, I keep at it. I keep going no matter what. Some of y'all that, you know, whatever you're trying to do, whatever your endeavors are and stuff like that, stuff's not coming off fast. People's not coming around. You know, people aren't paying attention to you. People don't want to hear what you have to say, stuff like that. Well, guess what? Stuff like that, I don't think about stuff like that because I was blessed with the ability to have tunnel vision. Excuse me for not paying attention to bullshit. You understand what I mean? And really, I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna say excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look ahead. You got to keep looking ahead, and you have to go at it. You said, and I swear that's exactly how it. Yeah, it does happen like that. It does happen like that. People aren't gonna, there's gonna be people there that have different outlooks on life or whatnot. You might have a friend that you grew up with, you know, but y'all were close in the beginning and everything, and guess what? Y'all barely talk now. And you know why? Because maybe y'all chose different paths. It happens like that. You know, maybe your friend might have caught up with you later on in life and everything, and they see that you're doing good and everything, but that they're not doing as good as you or whatever, and next thing you know, you never hear from them again because they wish that they were in that position. They wish that they were doing this or they were doing that or something. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This is Polo Motivation too. I appreciate everybody pulling up that show love today. Look, my final point: like I said, wishing upon a star gets you nowhere, and you gotta have that, you know, that fuck it mindset. I'm gonna get it done. That fuck you work ethic. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to see, man. Look, fuck it, I'm finna get it done, whether you like it or not. And you just got to jump in there. You have to jump in that ocean with the sharks. You're when you're in the world, you're in the world full of gorillas. You're in the world full of snakes. You're in the world full of sharks. You're in the world full of lions. You're in the world full of beasts that are really trying to tear you apart. But you have to be the biggest animal, and you have to arise from that. Stop wishing and start achieving. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Polo Motivation. Like it, share, subscribe, hit the notifications. I get at y'all later.